It's my humble.
Following order. School of Arts and Social Sciences.
The big plan, as is expounded in your vision, notice that Kenya is the role of education that it plays in the members of elected leaders, distinguished.
Doctor of Philosophy in Kiswahili, Eliud Teiye Musosi, Winnie Wekesa Musailo, and Jacqueline Mwanzi.
2022 academic year, satisfy the Board of Examiners of the School of Business and Economics and the University Resource Management.
Guests to take their seats. All invited guests themselves to be masters in the circumstances and the environments that they find themselves in. You can choose to follow your careers academically by pursuing professional courses, postgraduate courses, or short courses to advance your skills and gain a competitive edge. Remember that today you are joining MAK3ND3 University of Science and Technology alumni because Your Excellency, ever since the year 2006, when MAK3ND3 was given a charter, we have had 43,000 graduates from this university, so the 3,800 are joined with the alumni, and we are urging them to be good ambassadors out there, to not forget the values you have learned here, values of honesty, truthfulness, competence and commitment. That is what will clearly make you stand out in the job market. Your Excellency, sir, with those few remarks, I thank you once again for gracing this occasion. Thank you, Your Excellency.
County and other governments present, members of the National Assembly and County Assembly, Vice Chancellors present here, and Vice Chancellors also of other universities, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Deans and Directors, staff and students, distinguished graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Jambo. It's an honor for me to join you on the 18th graduation ceremony of this great and promising institution. We are all congregated here because hundreds of young people have been working hard, exercising their imagination and testing possibilities in pursuit of their lifelong dreams to build their careers and to work their way into life. For them, today marks a milestone of tremendous significance in their lives. I therefore congratulate all the graduates on their final achievement, and your aspirations have been vindicated and your dreams are on course to being a reality. The future and this promise awaits, and you have been tried, you have been tested, and found ready and able to go forward. I congratulate each and every one of you. I want you to feel appreciated, encouraged, and supported today and always. I also commend the entire MAK3ND3 University of Science and Technology for all the efforts you have made, and you have also invested over the years to ensure that the graduates here and the rest of the student fraternity receive academic and co-curricular services necessary to transform school leavers into graduates and graduates into postgraduates, all the way to the postdoctoral levels. Your hard work have brought many young Kenyans closer to their dreams. To that extent, you have taken this nation as near as possible to its vision. This is therefore a momentous day to celebrate meaningful achievements, and everyone concerned should be truly proud. I join you in this celebration. It is particularly encouraging to participate in an event like this, which demonstrates the determination, resilience, and innovation it took MAK3ND3 University to continue discharging its mandate despite the uncertainty and disruptions occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. There are lessons to be learned and to be drawn from this experience and the significance of this ceremony in that context. On this Kenya National Innovation Week, I encourage the university community to deliberately and deeply focus on how to aggressively extract various learnings from the pandemic experience to inaugurate a tradition of innovation and resilience. There are firms and other organizations throughout the world which reimagine their existence and purpose, and not only thrive during and after the pandemic, but have also emerged much better than before. We must cast our eyes afar and identify the fundamental principles and strategies which enable them to achieve this admirable feat and walk in their footsteps. For many reasons, we face a future filled with disruptions from diverse threats, many directly or indirectly connected with human activity, conflicts, the triple planetary crisis of climate change, air pollution, and biodiversity loss. Conflict and poverty are some of the salient drivers of future disruptions. We are witnesses to the impacts of climate change, which have denied us rain for so long that the Horn of Africa is experiencing the worst drought in 40 years. In many parts of the region, including Kenya's arid and semi-arid rangelands, which cover over 70% of the national landmass, the devastating drought has no precedence in the era of documented records. Even so, it is our crucial mandate to establish a sustainable capacity as a nation, as communities, and as individuals, and face the future with a confidence despite the knowledge that diverse adverse events, many beyond our control, always confront us. This capacity lies in building resilience and developing appropriate innovations to enable us detect, warn, prevent, mitigate, and recover from disruptive events. I make this call in recognition that I am in an institution that is proudly committed to the discipline of science and technology, engineering, technical and vocational education and training, and health sciences. I am also keenly aware that the majority of this congregation is made up of the generation famously known as the digital natives. This is the cohort which was born into the era of modern high-tech and have lived their entire lives during the fastest technological transformation, and for them, virtual reality, nanotechnology, automation, and artificial intelligence are not mind-boggling imaginations, but essentials of a normal life. This is therefore the right place
to challenge Kenyans to go into the depth of possibility by employing scientific techniques, scholarly discipline, and modern technology to find answers to the hard questions of our time and develop appropriate solutions to the pressing problems hindering us from making progress. For example, I am looking forward to MAK3ND3 Muliro University, engineering our financial setup so that we can sort out the challenges facing Mumias Sugar Company. I am looking forward to working with institutions of higher learning in this region to unravel what we need to do for a gold refinery to be established in this region. I am looking forward to working with institutions of higher learning so that we can tap into the resources of granite in this region and find the mechanism for value addition so that we can be able to harness the resources we have for the development of our country. MAK3ND3 Muliro University of Science and Technology must lead the way in exploiting the opportunities presented by the crisis we face, thereby enhancing our society's overall ability to reimagine and reinvent itself in the face of all the threats. This, it seems to me, is the implicit challenge at the heart of the university's vision and mission. And it is my belief and that of the government of Kenya that institutions of higher learning like MAK3ND3 Muliro and all our other universities should be the confluence of all our communities and the convergence of our cultures and traditions and the epitome of academic excellence and not ethnic conclaves. We are looking forward to the universities and other institutions of higher learning being the hub of the development of our human capital, the most precious asset that we have as a nation. And it is my vision that Kenya shall be the country that will provide the most modern, sharpened, and intellectual human capital to serve humanity, starting with our continent. And I have said that I am looking forward to, in another 3 years, our human capital being the single asset that earns us our foreign exchange. I expect institutions of higher learning like MAK3ND3 Muliro not only to train, but to also focus on how the men and women they train will find opportunities locally, regionally, and internationally to contribute the talent, the knowledge, and the expertise that they have acquired in this institution towards the development of our country, our region, and our globe. I am greatly encouraged by the abundance of potential arising out of this institution's core identity as a science technology university, by its decisive community orientation and strong focus on understanding the immediate challenges faced by wananchi. This bottom-up approach to the academic agenda of teaching, learning, research, and development and training demonstrates profound capacity for transformative socio-economic development. And Mr. Vice Chancellor, you and your team, the community here, the government of Kenya, expects that this university will contribute meaningfully to the socio-economic development of this region by giving us the intellectual capacity to be able to unravel some of the challenges of our time. For the university to achieve this and its health scientists' unmistakable potential, there is need for a teaching and referral hospital to anchor the implementation of its mandate and enhance special focus on mental health, substance abuse, community health, and infectious diseases. I applaud your endeavor to work both with the county government of Kakamega, and yesterday I had the opportunity to visit the hospital that Kakamega County government is building across the road, and I have committed that the government of Kenya will support the county government of Kakamega in making sure that that huge facility is not only completed but equipped appropriately, and it is made also available as a teaching and referral hospital for the MAK3ND3 University College of Science and Technology. And I look forward to a framework being worked out so that the students in this great institution can benefit through research and attachment and all the other facilities to ensure that we generate the best human capital in our medical field from MAK3ND3 University of Science and Technology. I also applaud your endeavor to work with and within the Kenya-UK Health Alliance, especially in connection with the Universal Health Coverage Agenda. Again, this facility will be discussed shortly by Cabinet. Minister Machogu is already seized of this matter so that we can improve not only the working environment, not only the physical facilities, but also the connectivity of this university to other universities across the globe and build the synergy that will improve the courses undertaken here, the training that takes place here, and globalize the graduates that will come out of this university. A commitment to strategic collaboration with partners in the private, public, and international sectors informed by robust philosophical underpinnings can empower the university to steward the blossoming of ideas, visions, and aspirations into enhancing innovation, technologies, and enterprise. It is through such partnerships that the university can begin to supplement its funding by producing commercially exploitable research, innovations, and other entities that can be transformed into large, transformative enterprises and impactful, high-quality consultancies. In the final analysis, this application of the university's natural advantages will contribute to socio-economic development of this region, of our country, and globally. Additionally, private-public partnerships can help address persistent challenges by increasing capacity in student accommodation and enhancing the quality of other services to international standards. And on this account, I want to ask all our universities, beginning with this great institution, to work with our Ministry of Housing so that we can give you the template and the mechanism for the construction of the hostels that you require to host all our students instead of our students living in deplorable, informal areas. And I have asked the Minister and the PS responsible to work with you. We are going to give you the mechanism and the template and organize the private sector to work with the universities so that we can develop at least 10,000 hostels here in MAK3ND3 University, because I am aware that you have the land to achieve that. And also, I want to commit that the land across the land across here, which was given by the government of Kenya to the university, and which I am told that there are people who want to pretend that they own that land. I want to tell the university the commitment of the government of Kenya is that the 16 acres that is just across where we are standing will be the property of MAK3ND3 Science and Technology, because the government of Kenya has already given alternative land to our agricultural community that originally owned that piece of land, and therefore the university can take charge of that land as we prepare to give you the instruments of ownership, including the titling of that area. I have directed my Cabinet Secretary for Education to be on standby to effectively represent government in discussions and other efforts to resolve issues facing the education sector in general or any of its individual stakeholders, including this great university. We are committed to do our part in making sure that MAK3ND3 University of Science and Technology and other institutions of higher learning and research are facilitated to fulfill their part in transforming Kenya. I'm also aware that a matter has been raised about a bridge to enable the students cross over to the other side without the dangers of the road across, and I will do the needful to make sure that a bridge is constructed so that the students in this university can live around here without the dangers of accidents. As I congratulate once again the graduates, I urge each one of you to take very seriously what you have learned in this institution and your power to contribute meaningfully and produce positive change in our country. By surmounting the COVID-19 disruptions to graduate in time, you have demonstrated courage, focus, and resilience, qualities which will stand you in good stead throughout your careers. I encourage you to go forth and serve and build and create and innovate your way into success. You will always be challenged to exercise great judgment, imagination, and integrity. Do not fall short. You carry the hopes of many generations, present and future, that our nation will rise to the fullest extent of its promises, greatness in our lifetime. The government of Kenya, I repeat, is committed to investing resources to create conditions for you to seize your opportunities and exercise your capabilities. When the time comes, go for it and do your best. I wish you success in your future endeavors. May God's blessings follow you on your life's journey. Asanteni sana, and may God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to His Excellency the President, please. Tupigie makofi Mheshimiwa Rais. Asante. And now the conferment of honoris causa. Bwana Vice Chancellor, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, MAK3ND3 University of Science and Technology hereby presents a public servant, trailblazer, diplomat, and peacemaker who is famously known as a safe pair of hands. Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, to receive his highest honor in peace and sustainable development. Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, the son of a prominent politician of his time, was born in Sabatia on 21st, 1960. At an early age, he learned the intricacies of his leadership and the need for peace at all material times. He would then become a member of parliament at the age of 28 when he was elected and opposed in a by-election in Sabatia constituency, which was occasioned by the death of his father, and went on to retain the seat a record 4 times. Ladies and gentlemen, with the knowledge he gained from studies in economics at the University of Nairobi, he became a public servant par excellence, serving for over 19 years in 6 ministries and eventually ending up as a vice president, deputy prime minister, and now a prime cabinet secretary. Many a time, his approach to politics has served to lower political temperatures that would otherwise precipitate election-related ethnic tension and polarization in the country. The lowering of political temperatures prescribes and instills positive peace as it builds on societal attitudes that foster lasting peace. He intrinsically exhibits non-aggressive and non-violent behavior in his career and political life. It is these traits and persona that easily predispose him as a promoter of peace that results in sustainable human security and development. In his own words, if people take peace for granted and want violence, the consequences will be unbearable. His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, was raised by a Quaker Christian. This undoubtedly influenced his life in many respects to expose humility, pacifism, and the trustworthiness on which peace building is grounded. The Quaker faith values include simplicity, peace, integrity, community, equality, and stewardship. His Christian upbringing accounts for a disciplined and pragmatic approach that has earned him the moniker of the gentleman of Kenyan politics. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans remember with trepidation the ravaged economy in the 1990s. Regarded as one of the finest finance ministers, he is credited with saving the country from runaway inflation and judiciously stabilizing the economy of this country, which was in tatters. Guided by sustainability ideals, in less than 5 years, between January 1993 and December 1997, he ended the notorious pillaging at the Central Bank of Kenya, reduced inflation rate from 50% to a single digit, and was able to establish the autonomy of the Central Bank of Kenya that laid the foundation for managing the domestic debt. The pinnacle of his peacemaking effort was demonstrated when he was named the team leader of the ODM side in the Kofi Annan mediation team during the 2007 to 2008 post-election violence in Kenya. He was the chairman of the Orange Democratic Movement contingent at what became known as the Serena Talks. Eventually, he was called upon by the chief mediator, Kofi Annan, to be the main mediator among his Kenyan counterparts in what became famously known as the Kamukunji. Consequently, because of his peaceful disposition and commitment to end mayhem, he was able to successfully mediate between the Kenyan counterparts and contributed immensely to end the post-election violence. It suffices for us to conclude that his contribution to ending the violence was a huge relief to Kenyans, since it re-established and restored dignity among Kenyans and improved the well-being of those who had been confined to the internally displaced persons, that's IDP camps. The peace-building momentum that followed thereafter regenerated and restored calmness in what had dodged post-election violence hotspots, which in return secured sustainable development. This appraises His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, into a continuum of persons of extraordinary caliber in peace building and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, in 1999 to 2002, His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, as the Minister for Transport and Communication, spearheaded the liberalization of the communication sector through an act of parliament. He put in place instruments and infrastructure for improved communications and e-commerce. Kenyans can now gladly enjoy over 50 television stations and 190 radio stations and mobile phone operations, which has changed their lives in many ways, including provision of employment opportunities, increased business prospects through advertisements, and increased democratic space, among others. These avenues of sustainable livelihoods have created and secured trajectories for sustainable development and expanded space to propagate peace-building initiatives. His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, while serving as the Minister of Local Government, is credited with the introduction of sessional paper on devolved government under the Constitution of Kenya 2010 to address equitable sharing of public resources. The paper lay guidelines on the implementation of mechanism for devolved system of government as envisaged in the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and the administrative actions needed to implement the devolved system of government. It is through this paper that the foundation on how devolution will develop robust governance and economic institution with relevant dimension to nurture a cohesive and united Kenya was developed. The implementation process and the risk management framework is also documented in the paper. Throughout his life, Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, has advocated for poverty alleviation through improvement of education, provision of health facilities, and economic investment of programs. He has collaborated with international organizations to promote and implement development projects in education, entrepreneurship, youth, and peace initiatives. The Mudavadi Memorial Foundation Trust Fund has responded to many societal needs through one-on-one donations, mobilized seed capital, and capacity building to nurture entrepreneurial culture among those targeted for interventions. The trust focuses on individuals' development and well-being, but not limited to education, health, and socio-economic development. It can safely be concluded that he has touched many lives, hence led to improved human security, which is very critical for sustainable peace and development. His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, has therefore distinguished himself as a benevolent personality through humanitarian assistance and has become an indispensable element of the force that binds people together and gives hope to many. According to him, there is no dignity in poverty. Poverty is dehumanizing, and we must work towards eliminating poverty through equitable allocation of natural resources. Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to the MAK3ND3 University of Science and Technology, Statute 47, Section 1(4) and Statute 48, Section 1(5), and in recognition of these immense accomplishments in peace and sustainable development, his tangible achievement as a person and as a public officer, exemplary service to humanity, extensive benevolence, and charitable work, the university is greatly honored and privileged to confer His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, EGH, the honorary degree of Doctor Humane Letters Honoris Causa in Peace and Sustainable Development. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi.
Your Excellency, Honoris Causa in Peace and Sustainable Development to the fore, and thereafter will be roped by the Vice Chancellor there, assisted by the Chair of Council. We invite the person with the gown to move forward so that the recipient is, and thereafter will be conferred with a honorary degree. The gown. In the Muliro University of Science and Technology, Professor Solomon Shivairo, assisted by the Chair of Council, are preparing the recipient of the honorary degree, His Excellency Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi. It's being conferred with the honorary degree of Humane Letters, Honoris Causa in Peace and Sustainable Development. After he has been robed, His Excellency Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi will be conferred with a honorary degree. May I now humbly invite the Chancellor to move forward and cup the recipient of the honorary degree I admit you to the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters Honoris Causa in Peace and Sustainable Development of Maside Muliro University of Science and Technology, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that appertains to this degree. Congratulations.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi.
You deserve it. I can testify.
And now His Excellency will receive some flowers. Thank you. Tumpongeze kwa makofi tafadhali. Thank you. Can we have a moment of photo for the Council Chair, the Vice Chair, in that order, with His Excellency, the President. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And now the spouse. Thank you.
Spouses. Spouses. Not spouse.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. The DVC.
His Excellency Dr. Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi to give the acceptance speech.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Chancellor, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Masika Wetangula, Your Excellencies, the Governors, the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, members of the University Management Board, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, parents, and fellow graduates. It is with deep humility that I accept this great honor, the Dr. Honoris Causa, from this great university. It is such a significant coincidence that the honor bestowed upon me is from MUST, a university named after one of the great nationalists of this country, the late Honorable Masinde Muliro. My most sincere gratitude goes to the MUST leadership for this honorary doctorate. I promise to live up to the ideals and expectations of the honor. In many ways, this honor reflects the efforts of the Kenyan people of all walks of life, who for the last 59 years have worked together to restore peace, security, national unity, and reconciliation. In their endeavors, these Kenyans have managed to overcome serious adversity to usher in our nation's collective aspirations for unity and sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, living up to the positive ideals of the founding fathers of our nation has always been my inspiration. Since independence, there have been changes that have propelled our people to a higher level of development. Sometimes we have been peaceful, but at times our development has been accompanied by crisis and upheaval. To manage and influence our people in a collectively beneficial manner, we need long-term vision. Each of us, as leaders, need to understand our society's situation, out of which we are called upon to motivate our people to keep peace and work towards sustainable prosperity. At this juncture, let me extend my warm greetings and congratulations to all of you, my fellow graduates, as you set out on the next steps of your journey and as you cross many more milestones that mark your achievements. Proudly recall the values that MUST gave you and how it empowered you for success. Use it for the betterment of society. Last, I dedicate this honorary degree bestowed on me today to those that have believed in me over the years, and that includes my wife Tessie, and to all those who have been injured in our country in the struggle for peace. May we all rise and maintain a minute of silence in their memory.
kindly silence. Asanteni sana. You can be seated. Lastly, as I listened to the citation, I was touched, and may it go on record that in that peace initiative that is referred to at the Serena talks, we sat there for 42 days with the now President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, who is also here, and others who are not here. Thank you, because we all worked together. Asanteni sana. I am now a Mustian. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Musalia Mudavadi. Now the DVC Academic Affairs.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I call upon deans of